integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. I gotta keep my integrity. I gotta walk like a man. You better speak up when you talk to me. You better lift up your chin. I'm about to take over the globe. I got the whole world in my hand. I've been here before, that's the reason he sent me to do it all over again. Can't take you serious, you acting petty, making me laugh like Ed and Eddie. Run out the truth when things are too heavy, like Kevin Hart, he wasn't ready. I take a bullet, I die for my people. You pull the trigger just to get equal. Most of you people fall out cause it's hard. Take pressure like Job, I'm on my job. I can't believe it, in spiritual Egypt, my people are evil than ever before. They kill a nigga for chicken like damn, bruh, I can't even walk to the store. They be out here screaming, Jesus, I love you, when I know that it's a whole bunch.
All right. Happy Sabbath, Israel. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. All right, y'all. Come on now. Joyfulness and gladness, okay? All praises. So title of the class, No Peace Until Israel Rules. No peace until Israel rule. Okay, I'm going to put the speedster on it because we got to get through this before headquarters come on, deacons class. Let's get straight into it. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. Romans 15 and 4. Who's the reader? Who we got?
Joshua.
Okay, let's go.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So everything that was left to us, because the scripture, the Bible, was left to us. Okay? It was passed down from generation to generation. Right? Read.
That we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
Right. It was preserved, left for us so we can have comfort. The word comfort goes into us being what? Having a surety, all right, and having confidence, okay? So when we read the scriptures and read the testimonies of Christ, read what our forefathers had, we have that confidence now that, listen, everything that we read now is left for us. We are the rightful heirs of the Most High God. Give me that in Deuteronomy 32 and 8. All right. Everything we read in the scriptures, we'll see the reminders over and over. Prophet Paul, even Christ himself, remind Israel, be patient. The kingdom is coming. All right. All you have to do is cleanse yourself first. Get over your sins, your day-to-day lust that you battle, okay, that we all battle. And then afterwards, the kingdom it will be yours. Right. Let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 8.
Come on.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
Read.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
The Lord's portion is his people. Who's his people? 1 Chronicles 16 and 13. Who's God's people? Christians like to say they're God's people. The Baptists are the children of God. Let's see who God deems his people.
The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 16 and verse 13. O ye seed of Israel, his servant.
His what?
His servant.
Read.
Ye children of Jacob, his chosen ones.
His what? His chosen ones. Read.
He is the Lord, our God.
No one else. God is our God, the children of Israel, right? Go back now. Go back.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 9.
No, go back to Romans 15 and 4. Okay? No peace. That means no peace on the earth until we go back to our rightful state of ruling. Read.
Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
For our learning.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
Now, because what gives you that patience now? You have that full confidence. You know your purpose. You know you're not just an ordinary person on the planet anymore. You know you should be ruling. That's what we read in Ecclesiastes 7:7. What makes oppression makes us a wise man mad is that I shouldn't be on this on the bottom. We shouldn't be living like this. Our sisters shouldn't be dressed like this, disrespecting their husbands. No, that's out of order. Why? Because now you know our rightful places to be on top. All right, from there, Sirach 10 and verse 4. Sirach 10 and verse 4.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
The what?
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Come on.
And in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right. We all know that the Lord possessed the true power of the earth. That means who he set up to rule and who he set up to serve. That's all in the power of the Lord. Read.
In the hand of God is the prosperity of man,
Uh-huh.
and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor. Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong.
Bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong. Jumped up to verse 8 now.
Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings.
Because of what?
Unrighteous dealings.
Come on.
Injuries and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
The power of the earth was given to another people. What kind of people? Is it a people that's going to take up the laws of God and do justice upon the earth? No, it is not. Matter of fact, let's get that in Baruch. What kind of people now possess the earth? Is it God, people who are going to uplift God's word? Let's see that. Baruch 4. I had it written down. Hold on, bear with me here. Baruch 4 and verse 15.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 15.
Start at 13.
13. They knew not his statutes, nor walked in the ways of his commandments.
They knew not his statutes was us. We did not know his statutes. Though we were taught, but guess what? After that, we disobeyed God's laws. He disconnected us from our heritage. Read on. Watch this.
Nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness.
No did what?
Nor trod in the paths of discipline in his righteousness.
Right, because his commandments are discipline. Read.
Let them that dwell about Zion come, and remember ye the captivity of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting hath brought upon them. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far.
What kind of nation?
A shameless nation.
A what?
A shameless nation.
A shameless nation. We are now under a shameless nation. Our power, our kingdom has been translated because of our unrighteous dealings has been translated to a shameless nation. Read.
And of a strange language, who neither reverenced old man nor pitied child.
No mercy. This nation is full of no mercy. That's why it's easy for them to put poison in the arms of a baby. Now you have California now mosquito bites have now set in laws where it's mandated for them to put the mosquito bite in the arms of our people.
And it's been historical. It goes all the way back 1492.
Yes.
When Columbus first got here, what did he do? They killed men, women, children, wiped out whole populations.
There you go.
And only left a few on the islands.
Yes.
They didn't care what age you was. They would throw you in the pit, feed your kids to the dog. It's pictures and images on Google where they feeding baby or smashing the baby's heads against the rocks.
Yes.
That's a shameless nation.
Shameless nation.
It's always like a known thing. Like when you go to war, like you don't touch them. Like, you know, even when Israel was in the wilderness and went to war, unless God said wipe out everybody, because it was the Amorites, the Hamites, he would say about the other ones, take the women and the young ones and make them servants.
There you go. Right. Absolutely.
Esau don't do that.
They don't do that. Everybody going to get it. Everybody going to get it. Shameless. When you look up the word shameless, it means they don't have no regrets. What they doing, they think is ordained by God to do it. You read that in Psalms 50, where they thought God was as themselves, right? From there, go back to Sirach 10, excuse me. Sirach 10, come on.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right. So when that power was gone, we lost, write this down, peace of mind, right? Peace of mind was gone. So because once that kingdom is gone, you lose your peace of mind. That's mental health, all right? Peace in our community, all right? Peace in our economy, financially, and peace in our ecosystem. Well, watch this. Pull up the word ecosystem. I think I sent the definition and a picture. All right? Ecosystem. You probably learned this in school, probably forgot about it, threw it away. But thus far, it has come back. Yeah, go ahead, read that.
Definition of ecosystem. An ecosystem is a geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms, as well as weather and landscapes, work together to form a bubble of life.
Right. So when we lost the kingdom, we lost that too. We lost that. And believe it or not, when we go over the scriptures, you're going to see all of those elements that it just named had a spirit in it, commanded by God. And we benefited from every aspect of the land, okay, the animals, we benefited from that. Though at one point, those same things defended us during times of war. We're going to get that, okay? Finish that up. You finished that definition?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's get a couple of examples where the ecosystem fought for us. Let's get Joshua 24:9. Okay, Joshua 24:9.
The book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 9. Then Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, arose and warred against Israel, and sent and called Balaam, the son of Beor, to curse you.
You're going to read down to verse 19.
But I would not hearken unto Balaam. Therefore he blessed you still. So I delivered you out of his hand.
Listen good. So we have a king of another nation who set out to destroy the Israelites, right? Because remember, the land was promised to Israel. The Lord said, don't worry, through my prophet Moses, I'm going to give you the land. Master these commandments and I will give you the land, right? But we had some heathens in that land. Read.
Verse 11, and ye went over Jordan and came into Jericho, and the men of Jericho fought against you, the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Girgashites, the Hivites and the Jebusites, and I delivered them into your hand.
Come on.
And I sent the hornet before you.
Hold up. He said what? Who did he send?
And I sent the hornet before you.
Bring up the definition again of ecosystem. And it was a picture as well added on another slide. Okay, so an ecosystem is a geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms. Those other organisms goes into, yes, you got insects, also bacteria, germs. That's what they go into, okay? Those things fought for us at one given point. Read, go back now to the scriptures. Read.
Verse 12, and I sent the hornet before you, which drave them out.
Did what?
Which drave them out.
The Lord said, I sent them hornets. Can we get a picture of a hornet? Hornet cause mad damage. There's an African hornet that'll leave a hole of the size of a golf ball in your if it hits you. It's a killer hornet if it stings you. Right. You got a picture? Pull that up.
They're calling them murder hornets.
There you go. Look at that hornet. The Lord was sending those hornets against our enemies. He said, "Don't worry. I'm gonna have the animals fight for you."
This is bigger than your fingers.
Bigger than your finger. There's one Edomite who goes around testing out the power of
I've seen that.
These animals. And he stung himself with one of those African hornets. All right? Go back to the scriptures now.
Verse 12, and I sent the hornet before you, which drave them out from before you.
Come on.
Even the two kings of the Amorites, but not with thy sword, nor with thy bow.
You see that? The Most High said, don't worry about it. I'll deliver them. I'm going to start to drive them out. Watch, read.
And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor, and cities which ye built not.
You didn't do nothing. I'm going to have everything set up for you. I'm going to kill everybody, move them out the way, and you could just come in and possess the land. Watch, read.
And ye dwell in them. Of the vineyards and olive yards which ye planted, not do ye eat.
Oh, wait a minute. Read that part again.
Of the vineyards and olive yards which ye planted not, do ye eat.
Back to the definition of ecosystem. Okay? This is the Lord giving us, this is how we benefited as a people off the land. Everything. We had the animals. We had the what? Pull up the definition. Okay. Here we go. There you go. A perfect example of the ecosystem. You have the plants, okay? You have the water. You have the fishes in the water that benefited. Each work out each other. And guess who benefits off the fishes? Us, right? We depended on the fishes. So an ecosystem is a geographic area where plants, animals, and other organisms, as well as weather and landscape. So even the weather is included in the ecosystem, right? All right, back to the scriptures. Finish up.
Verse 14.
Come on.
Now therefore fear the Lord, and serve him in sincerity and in truth.
Come on.
And put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood.
Read.
And in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve.
Make your choice today. You've seen what I could do. You've seen what I can do. I plagued the Egyptians. That's another organism with what? Those bacteria that the Lord afflicted Egypt with. Those were the same elements the Lord was moving. Give me that in Sirach. Sirach chapter, hold on, I wrote it down here. Sirach 39:27. You're going to read down to 33. Get that?
The book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 27. All these things are for the good to the godly.
This is good to the godly. We're gonna read what is good to the godly. Come on.
So to the sinners they are turned into evil.
To the sinner they are turned into evil. To the sinner they are turned to evil. Watch, read.
There be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Come on.
Which in their fury lay on sore strokes.
Read.
In the time of destruction they pour out their force.
They pour out their strokes. We just saw witness one of them in Joshua, right? Read on.
And appease the wrath of him that made them.
Come on.
Fire and hail and famine and death.
Come on.
All these were created for vengeance.
Read.
Teeth of wild beasts.
What?
Teeth of wild beasts.
Teeth of wild beasts. All that was created for the Lord's purpose. And guess who benefited off that? Us. His chosen, his heirs. Watch, read on.
And scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction.
Punishing who?
The wicked to destruction.
Right, that was at that time. Guess who's catching hell now? From these same elements. We are not catching no peace because now those elements are turned against us now. But not for too long. Read on.
They shall rejoice in his commandment.
They shall do what?
Rejoice in his commandment.
So those hornets was rejoicing when they was driving out those other nations. They was rejoicing. Okay? But now their rejoicing has turned into sorrow because they got to attack you now. Okay? Those same beasts, Cap brought out the gators, right? That was used to kill our children. They're used against us. Those same vicious animals were turned against us, right? Used against us. Read.
And they shall be ready upon earth when need is.
Because they will be used again. Read.
And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word.
Come on.
Therefore, from the beginning I was resolved and thought upon these things and have left them in writing.
He left them where?
In writing.
Remember, Paul said that, right? These things was left in writing to do what? Comfort us. Because though we are in that lower state now, it's not going to be like that for too long. We will be restored to our kingdom again. Right? There will be no peace on earth until the Israelites are back in their rightful place. All right? Okay, from there, let's get Leviticus 20, 22. You're going to read down to 23.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 22.
Hold on, let me get there with you. Okay, come on.
Verse 22, ye shall therefore keep all my statutes.
Come on.
And all my judgments and do them.
And do what?
And do them.
Read.
That the land whither I bring you out to dwell therein, spew you not out.
The land was going to spew them out. The land was going to spew them out. Because believe it or not, the land have a spirit. Hold that. Go to Baruch 4 and 6. Baruch 4 and 6. And you're going to read real quick to verse 13. And then go back to Leviticus and finish up.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 6. You were sold to the nations.
You were sold to the nations. Come on.
Not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies.
Come on.
For ye provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to God.
What happened? We went into the land, and then instead of getting rid of those gods, we took them on. We idolatry. Read on.
Ye have forgotten the everlasting God that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem.
Watch this. You grieved Jerusalem, the land. Read.
That nursed you.
That what?
That nursed you.
Read.
For when she saw the wrath of God coming upon you, she said, hearken, O ye that dwell
The
about...
land tried to warn us. The land tried to warn us. Watch, read.
Hearken, O ye that dwell about Zion. God hath brought upon me great mourning. For I saw the captivity of my sons and daughters.
You saw it coming. Listen, y'all violating the land. Y'all sacrificing your children to Molech. Guess what? I see already the Lord's lining up your destruction. The land warned us. Watch, read.
Which the everlasting brought upon them.
Come on.
With joy did I nourish them.
Read.
But sent them away with weeping and mourning. Let no man rejoice over me, a widow and forsaken of many, who for the sins of my children am left desolate, because they departed from the law of God.
Did they what?
Departed from the law of God.
That's why we lost our power. That's why we lost the peace of mind, our ecosystem, our economics. We lost all that. Okay, real quick, pull up that video I got. I got a video. I got a video. Man destroying the whole land. This is who we forgot, who we lost our power to, our nation to, our kingdom to. Pull that up. Play that video. Remember, the scripture says a shameless nation. Watch this. There you go. You see that? Watch this. There you go. That's the GMOs going into the chicken. There you go. Killed the whole elephant just to make a piano. His pleasure. That's it. Everybody got it. The mother bear and the child and the cub. All the trees catching it. Processed food. There you go. That's the hot dogs, the quick patties. Boom. There you go.
And then what they not showing you is after all of that, they're gonna get on a rocket ship and try to go to Mars or something.
Watch this.
All praises.
There we go. That's it. That's all I want. All right. So that right there was twofold right there. You see who's actually causing the destruction, the evil upon the earth, right? Who the Most High translated the kingdom to. And believe it or not, as you saw the video, you saw all those elements being affected, the animals, the plants, right? You saw it. So watch this. Go to First Maccabees chapter 1. Oh, hold up. Officer, you had something? Okay. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 9.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
The death is King Alexander the Greek. King Alexander the Greek. Come on.
So did their sons after them many years.
Come on.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
So when he came in power, evils were multiplied on the earth. What you just saw right there was an example. Evils was being multiplied on the earth through every element. You had the trees being abused. You had animals being abused, right? Even the land being abused. Go ahead, Kat.
A quick point of that, historically, is when Esau came to America and met Gad. Remember, they said Gad only used the buffalo for what they needed it for. They
Right.
only killed to eat, and they only used buffaloes to make them coats and things for what
There
they
you go.
needed.
Yes.
When Esau got here, if you've seen the pictures, they killed all the buffalo
Yes.
just to starve Gad out and made a molehill, a mound out.
Where's that
mound out
picture?
of it.
Can we pull that up? See what this demon did.
You might just type in all buffalo killed.
Right. See what he did. See what he did. And in the video, you even saw how he killed the mother bear and the cubs. No mercy. Shameless. Yeah. Go ahead.
When you do things like that, you what is that? You cause animals to go
There
extinct.
you
Right.
go. That's
Never
what-
heard of it on the face of the earth. Animals going extinct until Esau came into power.
There you go.
Hey,
That's why the Most High gave. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to add to that. The destruction or the extinction of those animals basically destroys the ecosystem. Destroys it because the same bears, they eat the berries and the trees and all that kind of stuff, and they poop out, and the other animals eat it as well. All right.
Watch this. The Lord have things in place. Here you go. Look at that. Here we go. All those are bones of the buffalo. Bones that when we had use of it, we properly used it. We took what we needed. We took the fur. We coated our tents, right? Only for food. But once you have, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Cap. It didn't take them very long to do that either.
No.
It didn't take them, like, you would think it would take them 50, 40
Right.
years to do that. It didn't even take them 10 years to do that.
Right.
Yeah, some months, right.
Go back to that picture. Go back to that picture again. Does that look any different of the little clip we just showed? Same thing. Standing on a mountain of death that he caused. The Lord set laws in place where we wouldn't abuse the elements. Give me that in Deuteronomy 22, verse 6. Okay, that's how you know the rightful rulers of the earth are not in place. Watch this. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 6. If a bird's nest chance to be for thee in the way, in any tree or on the ground.
Come on.
Whether they be young ones or eggs, or the dam sitting upon the young.
Come on.
Or upon the eggs. Thou shalt not take the dam with the young.
You shall not take the egg and its mother. You have to choose one. Either you're going to take the mother or you're going to leave take the eggs. Which one? Because, go ahead, read on.
But thou shalt in any wise let the dam go.
You shall let the dam go. Watch, read on.
And take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days.
Prolong thy life. Life continues. It doesn't just end. But you got this demon who take both of them and destroy everything. Wipe out every resource. And then you want to grow something in a lab. Come on. All right. From there, let's go to, we finished that in Baruch?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go back to now. Excuse me, Psalms 82. Psalms 82 and read verse 5. You're going to read 5 through 8.
The book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 5. They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course.
All the foundations of the earth is out of course. Why? Because the Israelites do not know. Do not know what? They don't know who their source is. They don't know who their primary God is. They don't know that. Instead, they fall off and they fall into idolatry in the ways of this world. Okay? They have been disconnected from their heritage, their source. Read on.
Yes, sir. Verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
God said, we are gods, the rightful rulers on the planet. Read.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
You see that? We are heirs to the Lord. Read.
But ye shall die like men.
We're going to die like the other heathens. We was never created for that. We was never created to die like the heathens. Read.
And fall like one of the princes.
Read.
Arise, O God, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations.
You see that? That's the end result. This is the prayer that we should have in our mouths. Lord, arise. Deliver us from this shameless nation, this wicked nation, which is the pinnacle of evil. That should be our prayer. That way we activate our champion, Christ, right? Read on. Is that it on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, from there, we're going to go to Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 5. 22 and 5. Remember, our whole system is out of course. Our ecosystem, our economics, our economy is out of whack. A peace of mind is out of whack, right? It's all out of course. Watch this. It's so bad now where our women are out of course. Watch this. Another law. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5.
Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
Come on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Now we read this scripture over and over again to our sisters, even our brothers. All right. And the lights don't even turn on how important this law is. The magnitude that if it's not properly applied, what's going to happen? Watch this. You finish?
For all that do so are abomination.
Although that do so are an abomination, disgusting. Leviticus 19:29. Watch this magnitude of this law.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 29.
Come on.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Right. Because the land will be what? Read on.
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
Right. What happens?
Lest the land fall to whoredom.
Just think about it. I know Miami has a strip that was known for prostitution. Biscayne on 79th Street, right? Very known. Every neighborhood has a strip that's known for prostitution, drug dealing. Just think about the magnitude of that, what happens to that land, right? People don't even want to go buy homes in that area. It's known as what? The ghetto, the slums. You see that? And that's law that is inputted in our commandments, in our book. Read it again.
Verse 29.
Verse 29.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Come on.
Lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
You think you're gonna find a strip club in what, Aventura? Aventura, the Upper East Side? You're not gonna find it. No, because they know the importance of this law. They know it, but our sisters don't know. Instead, you got what's her name? That got a channel now. The heavy set one that's talking about twerking. Lizzo, right? She got a channel now, right? She's talking about they gave her avenue to defile the land. TEDx, that's the name of it? TEDx Talk. There you go. So now the land is defiled. Even when people consider our sisters now, the first thing that come out, how low can she go? How low can she go? Or what? Twerk challenge. That's all they known for. All right? The land has been defiled. All right? From there, Exodus 19 and 5. I'm not going to be too long, y'all. Exodus 19, verse 5.
The book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 5. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Look up the word peculiar.
For all the earth is mine.
Look up the word peculiar. Peculiar. Give me the Merriam's definition.
Definition of peculiar. Characteristic of only one person, group, or thing.
Come on.
Distinctive.
Click distinctive.
Definition of distinctive. Marking as separate or different, serving to distinguish.
Come on.
Having or giving an uncommon and appealing quality. Having or giving style or distinction.
Okay, separation. That's the main point I want. Read verse 8 again. Excuse me. The definition A.
Definition A, marking as separate or different.
Separate or different. Yes, we are called to be a different nation. Go back to Exodus.
Exodus
Hold
chapter
that.
9.
Exodus 19. Start at verse 5.
Chapter 19 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me.
Come on.
Above all people.
You see that? Above all people. That's what we were destined to do. That was our default programming. By default, we were supposed to be a separate, holy people. And the only thing that would empower us is the laws of God. That's what would empower us. But we lost that. We decided to do what? Do our own thing. Is that it on that?
For all the earth is mine.
The what?
All the earth is mine.
And it was given to who? Us, his heirs. And we lost it. But not for too long. Okay, let's go to Matthew now. Matthew 5 and 12.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Come on.
Ye are the salt of the earth.
You are the what?
The salt of the earth.
The salt goes into you have purpose on the earth. You are the rightful herb on this planet. Okay, read.
But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted?
If you lost your purpose, what happens?
Wherewith shall it be salted?
How can you be useful to the Lord now? Read.
It is thenceforth good for nothing,
It's not good for anything. Come on.
but to be cast out and to be...
Just think about it. All right, those that's cooking, right? The sisters, right? You cooking your meal and the salt doesn't taste like salt anymore. You gonna be what? You gonna be 38 hot. You gonna be mad. I'm like, what the hell is this? What brand is this? I thought I got the right brand. You gonna throw the whole bottle in what? In the trash. God is telling us the same thing. If you ain't living up to your purpose, what he created us, he's gonna throw you away. Watch this, read on.
It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot
Read.
of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
You see that? That's our whole purpose. We were supposed to shine a light to show the world we are God's chosen people. We are the rulers, the rightful rulers of this planet, right? Read on.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
Come on.
Let your light so shine before men.
Let your purpose shine before men. Let your purpose shine before men. That means, sisters, what? Show that you are a godly woman by what? Wearing the proper uniform that God has ordained to you. Not wearing the bonnets, okay? God didn't ordain you to wear that. God gave you proper attire, right? He gave you godly apparel to wear. But guess what? You must fulfill that order. In order to do so, you got to learn your heritage. If you are disconnected from your heritage, you're going to fall for every given thing. A lot of our sisters and brothers have taken on what? The envy of the oppressor. That's where it comes from. We willingly now give our power away to our oppressor. Why? Because you envy it. Watch this. Go to Proverbs.
Hey,
Go ahead, Cap. I'm
that
sorry.
going and wearing, that goes in, don't be wearing the cat suits.
There you go. That's another one.
You be seeing them too. Don't be wearing those.
Hey, Cap, that what you're saying is basically the Most High saying that you're the stars,
There you
not
go.
who Esau gives you to look up to and idolize.
There you go. There
God
you go.
says he gave you commandments so you could be the actual stars.
Watch this. Proverbs 24 and start at verse 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men,
Be not envious against evil men. Watch.
neither desire to be with them.
That's what we do. We desire to be with them. That's why our sisters get the blonde and pink hair, the rainbow hair now, right? Long fingernails. They desire to be with the wicked people. Men do the same thing, right? They wearing what's that thing called now? With the glue wigs now. That's what men doing. Lace fronts.
Hey, Cap, can I get a script real quick?
Go.
Hey, so
Lace beards.
hey, check. So Cap is going into the attire of Israel and what we fell off from. Go to Ezekiel 16, start at verse 10. Let's see how the Lord ordained Israel to look like. Just read that real quick.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 10. I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger's skin, and I girded thee about with fine
The
linen,
Lord said fine linen. Now we wear rayon. Read.
and I covered thee with silk.
Rayon.
I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck.
That's why you see the brothers, they're always rocking these chains, whether they're plastic, steel. They still love the chains. But read.
And I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head.
Your hair was beautiful, gorgeous. Read.
Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and
We
honey.
didn't have to eat processed flour. We had fine flour.
There you go.
The real flour. Read.
And honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful.
And thou was what?
Wast exceeding beautiful.
We were above beauty. Read.
And thou didst prosper into a kingdom, and thy renown
And
went.
that means your fame. You were known throughout the earth.
Right.
Everybody knew these are God's people. Now they know you are the niggas of the earth. Read.
went forth among the heathen for thy beauty, for it was perfect.
It was what?
It was perfect
It was perfect. What?
through my comeliness,
It was perfect through God's beauty. Read.
which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord God.
And that's where we fell from.
From there, go to Luke 2 and 34. Luke 2 and 34.
The book of Luke, chapter 2 and verse 34. And Simeon blessed them and said unto Mary his mother, Behold, this child is set for the fall and rising again of many in Israel.
Many in where?
In Israel.
Not for the Baptists.
In Israel.
Not for the Christian church.
In Israel.
So God, this is the whole purpose of Christ. The fall and what? Rise again many in Israel. Read.
And for a sign which shall be spoken against.
Come on. Now
Yea.
from there. Go to Acts chapter 1 and 6. So Christ is being revealed and letting you know that he will give you back your kingdom. He's the one. He's the king that we will appoint as over us. That's what we read in Ezekiel, right? Watch this. Read.
The book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse 6.
This was the mindset of the disciples under Christ. Watch this. Read.
When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
Return what?
Restore again the kingdom to Israel.
Return the kingdom back to Israel. Remember, no peace until we rule again. No peace on the earth until we back into our proper place. Remember, the whole earth is waiting for the Israelites to get their ish together. We need to get our stuff together, y'all. All right? The whole world is dependent on us. Watch this. Go to Romans. Romans 8 and 19. This is the proof. This is the proof.
The book of Romans, chapter 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of God.
Come on.
For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him, who hath subjected the same in hope.
Read.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God.
Some of the corruption that these creatures are bound under is what? You got the zoos, right? You ever seen a lion now? Lion don't even run up to the glass anymore. They just watch you walk by. When you gonna get your stuff together, man? Come on now.
Hey.
You still lust? You out here lusting, fornicating? Come on, man.
Hey, Cap, remember we went as a family to the zoo.
Right.
We saw the gorillas, and the gorilla was just lounging like, man.
Yeah.
What's up, man? When y'all gonna get it together?
Now, when we came up on the lion, he saw us and ran behind
He
the
was-
damn rock.
Yeah.
He says, "Yo, man, I don't want to see your
I'm outta
ass."
here, man.
He ran. We walked around that whole place. We came up on him. He said, "I'm out, man."
Outta here. All that
Disappointed
time,
in y'all.
Yeah.
Right. Come on now. That's why, sisters, it behoove y'all. Y'all got to get right. All right. We don't have time for the double talk. Your husband got work to do. All right. These men have work to do. So it need to be quiet at home. Things need to be in order and in place at home. All right. Read.
Verse 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain.
Groaneth in what? They groaneth in pain, waiting on us. Come on.
Together until now.
Until what?
Until now.
All right. From there, go to Luke. Let me see if I want that. I might have to skip that. Go to Luke 12 and 32. After that, Jeremiah 29. I'll close it out.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
The Lord is waiting for y'all too. Not only the creations of the earth is waiting for us, but God is waiting on y'all to get y'all stuff together. He's waiting on us, saying, come on, I want to do good by y'all. I want y'all to rule this planet. Remember, he created the earth for whose sake? Our sake. Come on, read it again.
Verse 32, fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
With the kingdom comes what? Rulership. All right, from there, Jeremiah 29 and 11. Jeremiah 29 and 11.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 11.
Speed read, you'll go down to verse 14.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil.
See that? Thoughts of peace, not of evil. God is not out here to get you. But if you are under the banner of Satan, yes, you set up for destruction. You better believe it. If you don't have your mindset on getting the kingdom and getting yourself in order, yes, the Lord is your enemy. You read that in James 4:4. Read.
To give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
All your heart. Not half-stepping, not straddling the fence, or you will be spewed out. You will be spewed out, and best believe those same elements are in place. Those ecosystems that we just went over, all right? The land, That goes into your food. Remember, there's certain bacteria that lie in your food. If you decide to cross over and not take this serious, the Lord said, no problem. Remember that cheesecake you ate a couple weeks ago? Right? You wasn't. I got you. That red meat that you didn't want to use in moderation, I got something set up for you. All right? So it behooves you to seek the Lord with all your heart. Not half-stepping, y'all. Read.
Verse 14.
Come on.
And I will be found of you, saith the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity.
He will turn away our captivity, meaning what? Things will go back into its rightful place, us ruling.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.